Hey ya freaks, and welcome to NES Tips. Today's game is Bad Dudes, as requested by Tyadol19. Remember, if you want your request considered, you must be a member of the PlayTheNES.com forums. In this game, the President of the US has been captured by ninjas. You'll be able to rescue him from this filth. Let's go over some things that just might help you reach this goal. Before you play, always read the opening text. It's just too classic to skip over. To start off, you'll encounter the basic ninjas that take one hit and gray ones that take 2 blows. If they throw a ninja star at you, just punch it out of the air, be they high or low. Just a quick note here, there will be spots in the game where you can dodge fighting some enemies altogether. This isn't a bad strategy at all, because the more energy you can conserve, the better off you'll be. Trust me on that one. You may also want to avoid picking up the nunchucks. We'll touch on that a bit more later. Strategies for other enemies will vary. Some you'll want to let them leap over your head, then nail them. There are those that you'll have to attack from a crouching position, and still others that are best attacked while walking towards them. When you run into fire ninjas, you can take them out with good timing from your power punch or spin kick. Watch your back, sometimes a second one will charge at you from behind. On the stages that scroll automatically, use the gaps on the semi and train to your advantage. When the baddies jump up or over in your direction, hit them so they can't get close. This is another way to sustain your much needed life bar. Why do we not want nunchucks? Because they can't deflect the ninja stars. However, the knife can. Pick this weapon up anytime you see it. It's a good boost for your attack. Also know that if you complete a level while a weapon is in your possession, you'll start with it on the next board. The red ninjas that have the weapons also hold other bonuses. The most important one is the pop. This item will recover your life meter slightly and can be quite the lifesaver. On these auto-scroll levels, hold off from picking them up as long as possible. Before we get to the boss strategies, I think I'll throw in that you need to watch the ceiling of the cave level. Stalactites fall when you get near, so watch it. If you don't remember Karnov, shame on you. He's the first boss in Bad Dudes and makes a total of 3 appearances during the course of the game. Oddly enough, he's easily defeated. You can walk back and forth constantly blasting him with your power punch. If that's too tough for you, simply sweep kick him before he can get up to the higher ground. The boss with the claws on his hands is quite easy. Stand on the front of the semi and let loose with power punches each time he comes down right next to you. You'll have enough time to charge in between his jumping, so don't get too worried about that. The third boss ninja will split himself into 5 people. Destroy the 4 clones, then you can attack the real deal. It's easier to wait on the floor opposite of theirs and lay into them when they come up or down to you. This is the same strategy as described earlier with the truck gaps. Repeat the pattern to get by with ease. Boss 4 is the last easy boss in the game. He can also be taken down with well-timed power punches. Each time he does a move, just move backwards while charging your attack. Go in and pop him in between. This boss also seems like he's into throwing fits. The boss with the chain, well, it's best to take a more direct approach with him. Have a power punch ready when he comes on the screen, then let him have it with a barrage of kicks and punches. Switching back and forth between high and low will help keep him at bay. This won't stop him from getting in a couple of hits, mind you. The boss with the bow, well, you'll have to use the same method on him for the most part. One thing we have going for us is that can of pop right before him. Save it until you need it. This boss is one tough freak. On the last level, you have to face all the bosses again. For the most part, you can employ the same strategies. They also take less hits, so that will help us out a lot. Fighting the last boss, the Dragon Ninja, is another all-out brawl. You don't want to stay on the ground because he'll throw objects at you. There's also no way for us to do damage to him. When the helicopter starts to take off, jump up on the rail. Don't jump too high, you don't want to hit your head on the blades above you. Once everything's set, let loose with a power punch. Start beating him in the face repeatedly and don't let up. If you feel like you can sneak in a power punch, then by all means do so. Keep knocking his noggin over and over again until he goes down, then witness the end of the game. That's all for this installment of NES Tips. There are people out there that say this game is a Double Dragon ripoff. Don't listen to them. Bad Dudes has its own unique charm that sets it apart. Besides, Karnov is in it. Take it easy, freaks.